Hey there, it's Jang from JangBricks.com with a look at a LEGO Star Wars set. This is the Droid Gunship for 2014. This is a 439 piece set. I like gunships. I like the general idea of a gunship or a gunboat. And I like the fact that this thing is just bristling with weapons, which is exactly how things should be. You've got your multiple cannons over here on turrets that are on ball joints or ball socket pieces that you can turn around a lot. These can kind of rotate in odd ways so that you really need to keep them just particularly straight, because there are spots where it loses friction altogether and becomes loose, and that's kind of weird. So it's best to find the good spot and then keep it there and then just rotate it around, keeping it in that same vertical orientation. You've got this smaller cannon in the front that can just turn up and down. You've got these little teeth bits that can turn with that if you want. Got kind of eyes right here, kind of looks like eyes and a nose as one way of looking at it. Or you can look at these as being eyes that shoot laser bolts. I like that idea. And coming along to the sides, you've got more guns on the sides, and these are simulated, and that is not. That is one of the new spring-loaded launchers that can shoot off actual laser style bolts. Oops, I actually held that in. It's actually sideways, so load that up and it's going to shoot by pushing it inward. You get two of these, one on either side, and then you get one extra laser bolt. So if you lose one, or if you shoot one off and you need to reload quickly, you can. These are on hinges, these side bits, so if you want, you can turn that down, kind of use it as part of the landing gear to put it on the ground, but there are also supports underneath that will hold it up. And then you've got these, and you can see that there's something going on there. I'll show you that in a minute, but taking a look at this thing from the top, you can kind of see through it just a little bit. You've got a couple of emblems used on the top, stickers used back here. And looking at it from the side, now you can see those bits that actually come down to help this thing to stand up. So when it's on the ground, it's really not designed to work very well on the ground, but you can see that with these little doors down, it will kind of rests on the nose a little bit, on the chin, but these will turn up for flight, so that actually looks a little bit better. Not the best looking thing from underneath, but it's important to look at what we've got going on here, because these are going to be rockets or missiles that are going to be able to be deployed. You've got 6 of these things, and it's kind of weird how they're just kind of floating around like this, right? But they're actually held in. And what you do is you go ahead and open up your doors back here, kind of your ordnance bays, and then you're flying along, you pull on one of these, and out they come. There goes one. Shake, there go the others. And then on the other side, let's see if I can do them all together this time, get it at a little bit of an angle. Just pull this out, and yep. See, they just fall. They're like bombs. They're supposed to be dropping out. So the idea is that the thing looks like this. It drops down and then fires, like a rocket, gets itself going on a nice flat trajectory and then takes off. So it's kind of like a guided rocket sort of thing, or rocket propelled bomb sort of thing. These look very awkward to me. They don't look great, and the way that they just fall out, you really have to use them as bombs. Now, I appreciate the idea of bombs. I'm perfectly fine with that, but dropping 3 of them at a time, so basically you're dropping 2 ordnance loads that you can do separately. I would have preferred to have them go one by one. It wouldn't have been that difficult to drop these individually, because then you could actually do kind of like a carpet bombing run, or a nice line, just pull, drop them out. I think that would have been a lot more cool than just splat. For figures, they really give us an eclectic mix here. So this first figure is new for 2014. It's a 41st Elite Corps Trooper for Kashyyyk. It's an angry clone underneath, but it's kind of the bridge between the Clone Trooper days and the Scout Trooper model that we got by the time of the original trilogy. And speaking of original trilogy, this is a character that a lot of folks came to love from the original. It's Chewbacca, but it's a younger Chewbacca with the light-colored paint on the front. So he's actually got his blonde, his highlights in there. I don't know how I feel about that one. I have a lot of attachment to the older versions, both from the 2 3/4 inch lines as well as from Lego without the extra hair. So it's gonna, or hair detail, it's gonna take some time for me to personally get used to that. But it is a pretty good representation of his face, especially with the teeth. I think the teeth are the real highlight of this, more so than the highlights. Then you get a super battle droid, and then you get just a regular battle droid who is built exactly as shown in the instructions. But it's built exactly as shown in the instructions. But it's built exactly as shown in the instructions, with the torso backwards and the left arm upside down. That's how they say to build it. Just take a look at these from the back so you can see Chewbacca from the back and this cool new camo with the olive green Kashyyyk color scheme there. That's just a really cool new figure, this one. Overall, I like the general look of the ship, though personally I could do without the bright blue color. I know that's not Lego's choice, but to me it just kind of takes away from the evil look of it when you add in the bright colors like that. The minifigs are a strange combination. Kind of feel like they're just thrown in here practically at random. Overall, for me, for $50 US, I would take that $50 and use it elsewhere. This is a cool set to maybe have the vehicle hanging from the ceiling, although it doesn't look all that great from underneath. If you can get a pose where you can kind of see it from this angle right here, it ends up looking pretty good. But otherwise, I'm just not into it that much myself. Not the very first time that they've made one of these, but you know, folks who had a set or wanted a particular set at a particular time always say that the previous version or the older version from that time was better, just because they have an emotional connection to that, regardless of how much improvement was made with the new version. So I really can't get into that because I don't have an emotional attachment to the old one or to the newer version. To me, I'm looking at this and I'm just not that big of a fan for the price. Those are my thoughts. Feel free to disagree, and you can post up your thoughts in the comment section, or if you agree, that's up to you. Your feedback is always welcome and appreciated. Stay tuned for many more videos to come, because I'm putting out new stuff on a very regular basis, and you can follow all my updates at jangbricks.com. So I hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you again soon.